I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great here in Athens, in isolation, but things are getting better. How about you?
Same. I'm in Miami. Uh, Doing like everyone else. Relaxing, trying to work out at home, going on walks some days. But I'm good. Can't complain.
hmm What's the situation like in Miami?
It's crazy. It's the beach. People don't want to stay inside.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I guess it's crazy out, but I really just stay inside and chill.
What's your daily schedule looking like now that there's no basketball?
I get up super early. I get up at like 8. I guess that's not super early. I get up at 8.
Yeah.
Uh, and then I usually go work out,
hmm
uh, come back, chill, and then maybe ride the bike as I watch TV or something.
hmm
That's same thing in home gym stuff like that.
So you're only working out like running and doing weights and stuff like that, right?
I have access to a gym.
So you're practicing with the basketball?
Yeah, when I can. Yeah, when it's available.
hmm hmm So what do you think? What's your gut feeling on what will happen with the EuroLeague season?
It's too many variables for me to tell right now. Uh,
Yeah.
Depends on how the regulations of all the different countries how they're gonna be. Um, I guess we just wait until May 21st,
24th,
24th.
24th. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Are you, if in fact it does come back, are you ready to come back and play? Do you
Yeah.
want it to come back?
Uh, for me, I just hope everyone's safe. We gotta look at safety first. Um, but if everything meets standards, I mean, I'll play. I have to. I got a contract.
Yeah. So, some EuroLeague players have expressed their opinions on social media platforms, and they have said that EuroLeague shouldn't return this year. Do you think it's safer and better to not come back at all and start next season on time, or would you prefer if EuroLeague finds a way in a safe city and in fact it does come back?
Yeah, I gave a solution for this, but I guess they're trying to do the same thing.
hmm
But I mean, if it's safety and we can get tested frequently and everyone's staying positive, then why not? But if no one's going to be safe, there's too much stuff to go on, then I don't think we should do it.
hmm the most likely scenario for if in fact EuroLeague does come back is to have all the regular season games remaining in one single venue and then have a final late tournament. How would you feel about that, given the fact that you guys were the best team in the regular season and your team's chances to go all the way?
I mean, I'm 100% behind my team, so I think that uh, we are confident. I think it'll take us maybe, I mean, a couple weeks, a month to get better, to
Yeah.
get ready together. But I just believe in Ephes. But so any tournament situation, because I already gave his opinion on Twitter when everything was going down. So in a tournament situation, I think we'll win.
hmm
But I mean, it'll still be tough. We still gonna have challenges and stuff. But I believe in our team.
hmm Obviously, we're gonna come back to Ephes and the EuroLeague season later on. But first, I'd like to take you back throughout your career, starting with your first professional contract in the NBA. Obviously, for those who don't know, you spent 3 years at Florida State, and then you decided to declare for the 2011 NBA draft, and you were picked with the 18th overall pick by the Wizards. You spent 3 years at the nation's capital. How was your overall experience there?
Uh, I mean, DC in a whole, I loved it. Um, for my basketball career, it didn't work out the way I wanted. But I mean, you live and learn. Uh, I'm doing better things now. So,
hmm
uh, I mean, that's it. But the DC is great as a community. The people that's in the organization are lovely. The players are cool. I mean, you couldn't
Yeah.
ask for a better place to play.
hmm You mentioned it, and given also the fact that you had successful years at Florida State, and the fact that you were also picked very high by the Wizards at 18, what do you think went wrong at your time in Washington, basketball-wise?
I think it was just bad timing. It was bad timing. I think the whole situation, I guess it was a carry on the Gilbert Arenas effect. And
Mm-hmm.
it's just like there was like a aura like just behind the team that was in the team that like you're just gonna be bottom for a while. And it's
Mm-hmm.
like I feel like a lot of people accepted that and just we were just the Wizards. Like we're just the Wizards. Like we know what we're
Yeah.
gonna get. Most of the time, people thought we were gonna lose. Like we didn't fight in the games. Like
Mm-hmm.
we just went out there and played. And so that's my overall. But last year it clicked, and then they fell back down the next year. So I mean, I'm
Mm-hmm.
glad for them now. I see a bright future for the Wizards with Bill and Wall.
Yeah. So after your last year in Washington, did you have any other NBA offers before you eventually went to China?
Yeah, I had an offer to go back to the Wizards. It's just
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't for me. It wasn't the situation I wanted.
Yeah.
I was trying to look at the future, and I needed to play basketball for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I needed to actually be on the court, and I don't think my second and third year I wasn't on the court as much as I wanted.
Yeah.
So I just made plans to make sure I played and try to keep rhythm and get rhythm.
Mm-hmm. So obviously for that to happen, you went overseas and played in China,
Yeah.
and then you came back. And if I'm not mistaken, you played in the G League competition for one season. Were you at that time? Were you trying to find another contract in the NBA from another team?
No, I had got I sprained my MCL in China.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only reason why I came back. And when I would have came back would have been after the season. So Sam Presti,
Mm-hmm.
OKC, he let me
Yeah.
come to OKC and let me rehab with him
Mm-hmm.
and get ready. And then I ended up signing a contract. I
Yeah.
played maybe less than a third of the rest of the season, the end of the season,
Mm-hmm.
and then I came back.
Yeah.
And then
And then Lokomotiv happened, right?
yeah, and then Loco, I
Did,
waited like 5 6 months, and then I
mm-hmm.
went to Logo.
Did you ever thought of playing professionally in Europe
Ah,
at that time?
I mean, when you're growing up, I mean, you just think about the NBA. Like you really don't know the dynamics of Europe and how things work. So I was just an American person. I was blind, so
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about European unless they brought it to us.
Yeah.
You know, this was the emerging internet. Internet wasn't popping like it was
Mm-hmm.
like it is now.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So no.
So at that time, you never thought of actually going and signing in a European team.
At the times, like you hear things. I mean, I know people that played over here, but I wasn't really like looking
Yeah.
towards going to Europe.
Mm-hmm. How did Loco come in the mix and you eventually signed there?
Just my agent. My
Mm-hmm.
agent hit me up and said a team in Russia wants you, and I was
Mm-hmm.
like, I mean, yeah, I've never been. I mean,
Yeah.
I love traveling, so
Mm-hmm.
it was good for me. I was just like, all right. I mean, we talked for like a couple weeks. They told me who was on the team and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and I guess it was time to play basketball again.
Mm-hmm. And this, of course, was your first time playing in the EuroLeague competition as well.
Yeah, I didn't know
And
what I was walking into.
yeah, and you guys as a team, even though you were considered an underdog, let's say, team, you made it to the Final Four that year.
Yeah.
Overall, how do you describe your experience in with your time in Lokomotiv?
Oh, Loco was great. I mean, I guess that's why so many people go through there. I guess the high talent
Yeah,
side of a lot of European basketball. Everyone everyone touches Loco for a year, 6 months, or something like
yeah,
that.
as a stepping stone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Loco has made a good place to accept people, let people play,
Mm-hmm.
and help. It's a build on to someone's career. But
Mm-hmm.
Loco's great. The fans great.
Yeah, I remember that Coach Barzokas used to play you as a center at times in order to give you more freedom and space to shoot the three. What do you remember working with him? And do you prefer to play as a four or as a five here in Europe?
Ah, I think Barzok is he just let us play. He was big on mismatches.
Mm-hmm.
So if it was me and Randolph on the court, it's just sort of the end of the second half of Loco when he really started playing.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just like whoever had the mismatch on him, me or him, they go into a pick and roll, and then you have the ISO.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, time was good. I played 4 and 5. I've been playing that. I went to China and played 5. And I knew I was going to develop into a 4 or 5. I knew the way the game was going. So, I mean, I like both. Whatever coach wants to
Mm-hmm.
put me out there, I'm just down to win.
Mm-hmm. Malcolm Delaney, we recently had him as our guest in another episode, and he told me that Coach Bartzokas is a player's coach. Do you agree with that?
I definitely agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely agree with that.
Mm-hmm. And then, obviously, as you mentioned, you went again back to China. This time you played in the second division. What made you decide on making that move that summer? Did you have any other offers from other EuroLeague teams you considered?
Well, when I went back to China after Loco, I it was a great offer, and then it's the summer league of China. It's not really a second division; it's just a summer league.
Yeah.
But and then I had nothing planned for the summer,
Mm-hmm.
so I was just like, all right, I'll go out here with my best friend lives out there. One of my best friends live out there,
Mm-hmm.
so I was just like, all right, I'll go out here with him, kick it, play
Yeah.
basketball, make some money,
Mm-hmm.
and then come back.
Yeah, and your time in China couldn't have gone better. You were
Yeah,
crowned champion, All-Star, and Finals MVP.
yeah.
Overall, how would you assess your individual performances there?
Uh, I mean, it was crazy. Me and Manny Harris, he was the other American on my team.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, it was crazy. We had a good time. We had a good relationship with the
Mm-hmm.
team, him, and stuff like that. So it was just an amazing time. I'm just glad we got the championship and stuff.
Yeah. How does the level of competition in China compare with EuroLeague and even the domestic leagues in Europe, given the fact that you've played in many countries?
I mean, for me, it depends on the year and who's in the league, because a lot of these leagues are like up and
Yeah.
down, or they get to the halfway point, and
Mm-hmm.
like some teams are not can't pay anymore, so there's no more of that team, and then like I've seen a lot of that.
Depending on the Americans also,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, depending on Americans and I don't know the situation of the whole domestic leagues in general.
Yeah. Yeah.
But comparing Chinese European, I think there's more talent in Europe for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But their work ethic in China is
Really?
is crazy. You might not
Mm-hmm.
see it develop because I think sometimes they work too much, but their work ethic I think is more than the younger European generation now.
Mm-hmm. In the actual basketball itself, what are some differences and similarities between China's style of play and the European style of play?
Similarities is you got to win games. That's different.
Mm-hmm.
But over
Yeah.
there, it's usually the foreigners have more control of the game. It's more one-on-ones, more ISO, getting your
Mm-hmm.
place here. I mean, some teams do that too, I guess, but not as much as you would do in China. China is it's more about how many what America's going to do in the game, what stats they're going to have,
Yeah.
what kind of
Yeah.
points they're going to score. I think in Europe is more of a team game.
And it's easier to score in China.
I mean, it's like I wouldn't say easier to score. You got to be able to score because
Yeah.
you're going to get double, triple teamed the whole night.
Mm-hmm. So obviously after your experience in China, you returned in Europe, and that time you played for Panathinaikos. You signed a deal with Panathinaikos in Athens, Greece. During your time here, you won three titles, two Greek league titles, and one Greek Cup. How did you like playing in Athens for Panathinaikos?
I loved it. I think at the time we had the best coach for the situation. We had Xavi.
Mm-hmm.
This is emergence of Mike James. This is Nikolathis being Nikolathis.
Yeah.
And then we just had an overall, like our cohesiveness as a team was good, especially
Mm-hmm.
our first year, but then the second year as well.
Mm-hmm. I was going to ask you about Xavi and your relationship with him. How do you assess him as a coach?
Xavi was a tactician. I He had every scenario of what's going to happen. It's whether we're going to use it, and it
Yeah.
depending on the IQ of the players as well.
Hmm.
But he definitely knew what he was talking about for sure.
Hmm. What did you like most about the team and the city actually?
The team was a family. Like we were just like we were all together. Like any
Hmm.
night or any day, you can catch me over there because we're like all brothers. We legit we're
Yeah.
brothers. But I think the city was just I think it was more chill for me. It's not as chaotic with traffic like in Ephesus, like in
Hmm.
Istanbul. I don't have to deal with that. This is a smaller city too.
Hmm. So you mentioned what sparked the fact that you guys became instantly a family? What happened? Why was it? Why were you so close with your teammates in Panathinaikos?
Uh, I don't know. I mean, because we knew, I think a lot of us knew each other, but we didn't really know each other.
Hmm.
Like we might have like played against each other,
Yeah.
and then like we were all good. Maybe seen this person that place,
Yeah.
and then we all met up at this one place.
Hmm. How would you describe the Greek Classicos against the Olympiacos to your American friends?
My first year, crazy. I mean, it's a real European. What you hear about European basketball in the old days when they used to just throw flares and stuff like
Yeah.
that. The actual fights, the actual
Yeah.
like the atmosphere. I think was more intense 10 years ago
Hmm.
than what it is now.
So I didn't hear the last part.
I think 10 years ago, it was more intense 10 years ago than it is
Than it
now.
is now.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. Yeah, because 10 years ago Panathinaikos was winning in the EuroLeague as well. So that's why.
No, I mean, yes and no. It was just like the regulations were looser then. Like you weren't
Yeah,
able to fight, so it
that
just
played a
like,
role. Yeah,
yeah,
that
you didn't
also
know
played a
what
role.
was gonna happen in the
Yeah,
game.
yeah. Do you have any crazy or different Panathinaikos fun stories you can share with us?
No fan story. It's just I remember for the cup and Thessaloniki when we were playing in Aris, and they were just they threw the glasses in the court before the game.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, I thought that was wild.
Mm-hmm. Thanas Sadikobo is in the comments and he's like, "You hoping, huh?"
Yeah, got to. What's up,
Yeah.
Thanasis?
So obviously,
Oh, that.
besides winning these Greek titles in Greece in the EuroLeague competition, you got eliminated twice in the playoffs by
Yeah.
Fenerbahce and Real Madrid. What do
Yeah.
you remember from these playoff series?
I remember both series. We felt like going in. We felt like the winner of this series is going to win the
Hmm.
championship, like the overall European championship. And guess what? Every time we
Yeah,
lost,
it
we won
happened.
the championship.
Yeah.
Uh, but uh, I mean, we felt like we were going to win. We just didn't go out and execute. We didn't go out there and win.
What do you think went wrong?
Uh, I think Finner, it was uh, Finner is we executed and they just made shots. They
Hmm.
made shots. People that normally at the time didn't make shots, they made shots. And then Real, we beat them the first game, and I think the second game we came too lax. And then
Yeah.
the third and fourth game was we fought. It was just it came down to like one possession around like
Hmm.
3 4 minute mark in both games, and then they broke away and won.
Hmm. So as you mentioned, against Fenerbahce, the infamous bus city incident happened in Istanbul. If I'm not mistaken, you were one of four Panathinaikos players who didn't return with the bus that day. Can you take me back to that day? What was that whole experience like for you?
The whole experience it was just. I mean, we honestly woke up and we thought we were gonna fly. It was. It wasn't until. I mean, nobody really knew the situation.
Yeah.
Like, and we all thought flight, and then they said flight was canceled. I was like, well, I'm not about to sit in the bus. I just played, blah blah blah. So
Yeah.
I personally decided to fly. I don't know about anybody else's situation, but I thought it was best for me to fly, and so I flew back to Athens.
Did you actually think that it would happen, that your teammates would return with a bus, or you thought that it was like, I don't know, not going to happen after all?
I mean, I don't know. I think every person has their own situation. So, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. What's best for you and your family. And at the time, for me, I thought it was best to fly, so I flew.
So obviously after winning again in the Greek league, your contract with Panathinaikos expired that summer, in the summer of 2018. Would you have liked to stay at the Panathinaikos? What was the reason you didn't agree on a contract extension?
I mean, I don't think there was really a real offer. I mean, I think they were asked what I wanted, and I think me and my agent wouldn't give them an answer. We want you to make an offer. And I don't think they ever made an offer. And I ended up signing and going to Barcelona.
Yeah. So your next stop in your career was Barcelona. How was your experience in Spain, playing in the EuroLeague and the Spanish League competition as well?
I mean, I love playing, especially. I mean, I knew I had from the very get-go. I think it took me 5 or 10 games. It was like, I got to really play. I think the first 5 games I got to play. I got to play all these games.
Yeah.
And I liked it. I was getting in a good rhythm there.
Yeah. Was there any particular reason you signed a 1-year deal with Barcelona and didn't end up re-signing with the team?
Oh yeah. The reason I did it was I needed to see something. I needed to see what you're building. Like I know recently, before I got there, it's been in and out everybody. Like there's no stability. And I was just like, none of the players are stable. I don't know what's going to happen. This player can be here. Add 4 more players here or there. Like no one knew their future. So I was like, I don't really know. So I decided to sign a 1-year instead of a 2-3 year.
Yeah. So after the season ended, did you think of re-signing or no?
I mean, I don't think they knew what they had until the Meritage signing. Once they knew about Meritage, because everybody was a free agent last summer.
Yeah.
I mean, I think of the higher paid salaries or the more experienced players on Barcelona were all free agents. And then they decided to throw the check into Barcelona this year and go get everybody.
Yeah. There have been what was your relationship like with Coach Pesic? Because there have been some rumors that some Barcelona players have had complaints about him and his coaching style.
I mean, he's a winner, and he just wanted everybody to work. I think that was the thing. He wanted everybody to work, and he made sure he's gonna work every day, no matter what. I think he was just he was trying to get the aura, like for the 2-3 years as well. He was trying to get it out, like our mindset, like you're a winner now, like you're not a loser. Like get that out of your mind. You've been down a couple of years. This is the time. Step it up. And that's all he wanted. Or he wants.
Why do you think there are these rumors that players are not necessarily not happy with him, but that he's tough to play for, and pretty much that?
I mean, I think he's more the strictest coach, I guess, in what he wants. I would say it on that. Like he holds you accountable for your actions. And I think nowadays some people are not ready for that. And so I think that's the problem.
Okay. So obviously then the following summer Efes came in the mix. And if I'm not mistaken, you from the start you saw Efes as a great opportunity last year. At the same time, however, Adrian Moorman, he was coming off an excellent season last year. But unfortunately for him, he got injured. And Efes eventually was on the market searching for a replacement. eventually you signed a deal with the Turkish team. So my question is if you felt kind of lucky with how everything unfolded and you ended up in Turkey last year.
Lucky.
Lucky based on the fact that, how the whole situation happened.
No, I don't think I'm lucky at all. I think from the start, I had a deal from Mormon before he really announced that he was going to have surgery or anything like that. Like I already had an offer from Ephes. So like his whole situation is different than mine at all. So So that, I mean, I don't think I'm lucky. I think I earned where I'm at right now and where I'm going. I'm glad to be where I'm at. I love Ephes.
Yeah. That was going to be my next question, because this year you had a great season with Ephes. Obviously, as a team, you guys were the team to beat in EuroLeague. How do you like playing for Ephes, and what do you think is special about this team, this year's team?
I think we really have a chance to do something special if it does continue. I mean, this was a great year, especially single season standards for Shane Larkin. Amazing season.
Yeah.
And just being out there, everybody wants to win. Everybody knows their role, and we all can add little pieces to the team, and we're all fighting.
How unlucky do you feel now with how the coronavirus affected the season and it got suspended when you guys were the team to beat?
I think 6 games left in EuroLeague and 5 or 6 left in domestic league, and this happens. And I think as a collective whole, we're all starting to get healthy. And that was the scary part. We haven't been healthy all season, and we're number 1 by a couple games. And I think that's the scary part. And then we're going to have time, if we do go back, to play together as like a brand new team.
So in my opinion, I don't know if you agree with that. I think that if in fact the EuroLeague does come back, that all teams start from the same starting point, given the fact that you guys haven't played in so long. First of all, would you agree with that? And secondly, how would you deal with a possible season restart?
I mean, I think from the stuff I looked at, it was like a whole 4 to 6 weeks to get ready. I mean, that's a training camp.
Yeah.
That's a real training camp.
Yeah.
So I think if you're not ready by then, I mean, that's a problem, especially after 8-week layoff. It's like summer. It's like summer and then restarting again. I mean, people might start slow. That's why you're having 6 games to get ready for the real competition.
Yeah, to get ready for a potential Final 8 tournament. What's your current relationship with your current head coach, Coach Ataman?
I like Coach Ataman. We've had like this weird relationship. Like, in every team, he was always the team I thought about, but I never went to. And then this year, I actually went to Ephes. I think every career after local, I think I had an offer from one of his teams every year.
So since the first year of your 1+1 contract with Ephes is ending this summer, what are your short-term goals regarding your future? Would you like to see yourself staying in Turkey?
Yeah, I mean, I love Ephes. If they want me, and it works on both ends, then of course I'll be back. But if they don't want me, then
We've also received many questions from American fans who want to see you return to the NBA one day. Is an NBA return in your bucket list or no?
No, it's not my bucket list, but if it happens, it happens.
And then finally, before we get into the rapid fire questions, what are your plans after you retire from the game of basketball?
I mean, I got a couple of businesses I just started, and so I mean, I can't mention the names because we're still in the beginning stages, but I mean, I got some stuff coming, and I think everyone might like it.
Basketball related?
This one, no, these two are no, but they're the Evolve basketball app. I'm a part of. You can go get that. They're about to wipe that out and start a whole new So I'm proud of that.
Nice, nice. So let's get into the rapid fire questions quickly. First of all, best EuroLeague player.
Whatever or this year?
No, this year, right now.
Nah. For me,
Shane
it's Shane. The only thing that might hurt him, he missed a couple games. That's the only thing you could say that's why he's not MVP. But other than that, he's MVP.
In my opinion, if EuroLeague were to finish, I think he would have won the MVP for sure.
Yeah.
The toughest defender.
Toughest defender?
Before you answer the toughest defender, our editor-in-chief just commented who you got as the best EuroLeague player ever, because you mentioned it.
Bish. Does ever? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I need to go back and watch some tape. Like, I don't want everybody to start hating me because of my answer either.
Okay. Answer the following. Toughest defender. Let's go back.
Toughest defender. Ugh. That's on all of the game. I mean, Kyle Hines is up there. He can guard 1 through 5. I mean, he's won 2 or 3 defensive MVP awards.
Yeah. Who is the toughest player to guard?
This year, it have to be Shane.
For you, like facing someone in your position.
Mirotic, because his range and he's going to get his up that game.
Yeah. The toughest arena to play at?
This year, who had a tough arena?
Not this year. In your career in EuroLeague.
I mean, Oaxaca, you should be up there. Oaxaca for sure.
Your favorite European city to visit?
There's still a lot I want to visit.
Sorry?
There's still a lot I want to visit.
Yeah. So far, the ones that you've been to as of now, what would you say?
Europe, it was probably St. Moritz.
Really?
It was fire.
Your favorite EuroLeague player to watch?
Probably Mike James, my brother.
The next one is pretty tough. EuroLeague's best starting 5.
Oof. Gotta throw Nick out there. PG. This is tough. I mean, I might go small ball, go some OKC 3-point guards.
Okay.
I'll go Shane, I'll go Mike, Mirotic, and Tavares.
Okay. The most clutch EuroLeague player?
Clutch. There's like 3 or 4 names that just pop up. It's like Shane, Mike, Campazzo, and Mirotic.
One EuroLeague player you'd love to see in the NBA? Current EuroLeague player.
Maybe I want to see maybe Will Clyburn. I want to see him back. Whenever he gets healthy, I would like to see that. I want to see what he does. I mean,
yeah. The best trash talker you've played against?
Trash talk. I don't know. I mean, people really don't say too much to me. I mean, I had incidents with like Spanulis. I said stuff to. Rudy Fernandez. I mean, it's just. I mean, no one really talks like that.
Yeah, that was what most of other Euro players have told me, that there's not so much trash talk in Europe.
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah. Why is that?
Everybody wants to be quiet on the court.
Yeah. Another one. It's a what-if scenario. Would a EuroLeague team make the Eastern Conference playoffs? Shane is also in the comments.
Nah, it's the quarantine beer games.
Yeah, I had to shave my head because of quarantine.
It's tough. NBA is different. There's some talented guys over there. It'll be tough.
Is there any NBA player with which you compare yourself to and your game is similar to?
Nah, not right now. Nah, I'm just me. I'm just me.
The next one, thumbs up or thumbs down on EuroLeague having an All-Star game?
All-Star game.
Yeah.
I mean,
and if so, would you like to see like a Team Europe versus Team World format? So the best Americans versus the best foreign players versus the best European guys.
Yeah, I mean, I would like that for the first year, but I think the Americans will win for sure.
Yeah. So would you like to see it happen though?
Yeah.
If Shane Larkin said, if me and you played 30 minutes a night, FS would make the playoffs in the East.
Yeah, we all have these conversations all the time in the locker room.
Yeah.
These scenarios, but I mean, we might. That's why I said it's tricky.
Yeah, Shane told me the same thing. He told me that you guys would be in the mix for sure. The next one, and we're done. Sorry, I didn't hear you.
I said I have all confidence in effort. Like, I think this is a good team this year.
The next one, and we're down to the last three. Thumbs up or thumbs down on getting rid of the Final Four format and following NBA's playoff format? You know, like finishing off the season with a best of five finals, let's say.
But the thing is, would it be too long?
Yeah, it would probably be longer than what it is.
Yeah, but with domestically too, I think it might be too long. But throughout the whole playoffs, I mean, I don't think some people will last, but I mean, I'd be up for it.
And then the last two. The first one, your favorite player growing up.
Michael Jordan and probably like Magic Johnson.
So I'm guessing I shouldn't ask the last one, LeBron or MJ.
I mean, I'm MJ. I mean, LeBron is LeBron, MJ is MJ. That's it.
Thank you so much, Chris, for joining us. I really appreciate it.
Man. You too, man.
Hope you stay safe.
You too, man.
And we'll talk soon. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye.